Yeah.
Okay, I clicked it.
Okay, so yeah, they're both recording now. Okay. And on the count of 3, just go 1, 2, 3, and then we'll clap together so I can sync up these videos later.
Yeah.
All right, so 1, 2, 3. Great. Awesome. So I really don't even know how, since recording it's okay?
Yeah, recording.
All right, so I really don't know how we want to start because we've been talking about talking for like a month
Yeah,
now.
just talking about
So do you
whatever.
want to talk about your Japan trip first? We can go into introductions later, but
Well, I know that we're talking about like the idol scene too. I was thinking about like me leading up to all that.
right, which is how you got into idols, or
yeah, kind of that.
because you wouldn't consider yourself an idol fan originally.
No, yeah, no, not even like into it, so.
Right, and then all of a sudden you happened upon Saboten Con a couple years ago.
Yeah, I went to a con and then I met an idol and then that was from then on. But yeah, it's a whole story in itself.
But you got into this idol because you just went to a show.
Yeah, I just went to a random show. I was going to a lot of like anime events, and then yeah, it was like, okay, there's this girl. She's a Japanese idol. I'll go, see what it's about, and then yeah, no, it just said idol just has a lot of energy, very passionate, and not really like too idol like, it's just
Right.
It's just like something
So
different.
that's why I was wondering, like, you're really into like these alt idols, but you're kind of like into idol stuff. You've been going to other shows, checking stuff out.
Yeah, I've been checking it out, kind of like understand what the idol scene is like, and it just made it more evident that like I'm not sure if I'm really into the idol scene more than I'm into this particular person.
Performer.
Yeah.
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 Do you want to
Yeah.
talk about Yurapico or?
Yeah, I guess I'll lead like how I even like got into that situation. So like growing up, I liked anime and games, and then I was probably about like 11 when I learned like what anime was. Because before then, it's like cartoons, right? It's just you're watching whatever, and then after I learned about anime and games, you kind of get into like the otaku world. So you end up going to like, you end up learning about other stuff like maybe like Japanese culture. Idols is tied with that, and so you kind of just see in the backgrounds. And then I think a little before COVID, like Hololive kind of started popping off, right? And so they're kind of like tied to like idols per se,
right?
But they're more like.
So you got into the Hololive stuff.
Yeah, like the Hololive.
Okay,
scene.
so kind of have a little bit like experience already, right?
Yeah, so it's like a.
Have you done any of that stuff?
What's that?
Like gone to any of the stuff, met like you meet them and.
Well, it was mostly like, just like watching streams and whatnot.
I gotcha.
I didn't really go to anime events until like much recently, so. Any of like the stuff they would do like at events and shows, I really didn't go to. But yeah, so I got like the Hololive scene. There's a couple of Hololive idols that I like, and then I guess that's one step towards like the idol thing. And then yeah, actually last year at AX, which funny enough we're at AX right now. AX was my first con 2024. So
really?
Yeah. So there's this clothing brand that I like called Apari. I know like some of the people in terms of in the community, and they were going to the con and whatnot. I was like, well, shoot, like, what's holding me back from like going other than just like, just like going for it.
So it wasn't really a difficult like push for you to go to a convention.
No, it was just like.
You went by yourself, or?
Yeah, I went by myself.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of the biggest barrier is like having people to go with.
Yeah.
Like most people don't want to go by themselves, or.
Yeah, I think my mentality was just like, dude, just go. Like, what's holding you back?
No, I mean, I think that's something that I've like discovered. Like I figured out about you being friends is like, oh, this guy was just go because like you just went on your trip to Germany, and so it's like that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's one of those things. So
yeah, and when it comes to trips, like I kind of like it by myself, because if I'm like, going back to like past experiences like with family and whatnot.
No.
It's
okay,
like you have to cater towards like.
No, that's for sure.
You're with family, you gotta worry about them.
I've
and
done
like,
Japan trips with people where some people can't wake up or some people are always late.
Yeah, dude, and I'm like, when it comes to those trips, I'm like on the clock, like.
Yeah.
I'll be outside for like 16 hours and then finally go to bed. And I might only sleep for like 5 hours,
Yeah.
So it's like it's your own time frame,
Yeah. That's true.
So yeah, I just went to AX and then I met those people, and then it kind of just became like the friend group, right? And so just hang out with them and whatnot. Or was like, that was my first con, and then from that con, I kind of just went like on killing spree of just like cons because I was like, well, it was a lot of fun. I like these events. Only reason I didn't go to them in the past because I just didn't. There was like no entryway. There was like no barrier that was broken, and that kind of broke the barrier on that first con. So went to a couple cons after that, and then after that, I'd say like 2 or 3 cons in September, or no, end of August, start of September. There was a con called Saboten Con in Arizona.
Right.
So ended up going
Which
to that con.
I went to the year before.
Oh yeah.
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 I wanted to go to Yurapico, but
Right.
I just didn't go.
It's difficult.
But that's what you went to. Saboten Con, you said?
Saboten Con. And then I would just look at the roster. I was just like looking for stuff to do, right? Because it's a smaller con, and so with like the smaller cons, you go around it like once or twice and you've seen the whole thing. So it's more about the events, right? See Yurapico on the list. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll go to the show. I listened to a couple of songs. I'm like, oh, it's pretty like idol-like. Like, it's not really my scene, but I'll go anyways. And then it's funny, like when it comes to idols, like the difference between like their online stuff versus like their shows.
Yeah.
It could be such
huge.
Like, it could be such a discrepancy.
Yeah.
And like we know that there's a lot of times you just have to go to the idol shows to like see like what the show is actually like.
Sure.
Because anything you see elsewise is like it's not really
it's weird.
True to like what they
because
are.
I think there's a definite distinction between like the casual fans who are just like kind of walking and passing by versus people who like to go to the shows and like for the people who are just walking by and casual, they want to see like the very produced nice music videos with the production value, you know? That's what they want. But like for us, we just I don't care, you know, just like put them on stage and you know, like last night during the show when they're all messing up. For me, that's funny. I'm like,
it's like charming. It's endearing.
Part of it makes that performance different. Like I never understood that growing up. I was like, why do you go to a live show? They're like, oh, because they might sing the song different. I was like, no, I want it to sound like the CD. That's how I used to think. Like I want it to sound like the CD. You know, like when they do the solo differently, I'm like, I don't like that. But now I'm like, it's all about the live scene and how is this show? This is a show for today. And you're probably never going to get the same show again, right? So there's a reason to go every night or, you know, to all the tour shows.
Yeah, the charm isn't like them performing the song perfectly. It's more about like the show experience in general.
Yeah,
When it comes to either like their set list, like what they decided to perform or like the way they decided to do it. Here it's AX, right? So like, you know, they're kind of playing like the American theme a little bit, especially like their clothes and stuff. So it's like fun in that sense.
Yeah.
Anyways, I listened to a couple of songs. I'm like, okay, it's like idol-like. I wasn't really to the idol scene, but I kind of understand it, you know. Ended up going to the live show of Yurapico's, and like we were just talking, like the discrepancy is so different. Like her live show is very much like very passionate, very crazy. Her background before her solo career, which she's on now, was more like punk style, you know.
Yeah.
And so she has a lot of those like crazy tendencies, and she's just like out in the audience and all that stuff.
Right.
And so that kind of just made me like, okay, I want to know more about this idol. And so after idol shows, they have a thing called Bupon.
Yeah.
And so you decided to buy goods. So like, okay, I'll wait in line to like buy something. And then there was a fan from Japan that came over to see her show in America.
That's awesome.
And so I ended up talking to him, and that just made me like more like, I really want to like talk to this, you know, idol. So yeah, no, end up, you know, getting checky and all that, and she's just like very endearing and whatnot. And that was kind of like the start of like me following idols. It was like with Yurapico.
Yeah.
And then not much later, she would kind of convince me to like go to her show, her anniversary show in December. And so I was like,
December. That hasn't happened yet.
oh, already happened.
December.
So yeah,
where?
we're December last year
In Tokyo.
in Tokyo. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's when you went to Japan the first time.
Yeah, the first time.
For her.
Yeah.
Or for her show, like partly to go see her show.
Yeah, that was the main push. Was like, you know, I saw Yurapico, and she's like, "Oh, come on."
Saboten's like in October or September?
End of August, start of September.
Okay, so you literally met her, and then like 2-3 months later, you went to Japan for the first time.
Yeah, 3 or 4 months.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I don't think it was only Yurapico. It was that said fan too. You know, like meeting someone that you become friends with, and then you have someone like to talk to overseas. Right?
Yeah. Again, it's hard to just pick up and go to a foreign country and not know anybody or you know.
So that's why I said like, I'm not really to the idol scene.
Yeah.
I think it's more like, you know, maybe part of the idol too, but the community around it too.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have gone. I don't think I would have gone to Japan if it was just Yuta.
Yeah.
She's definitely like the star of the fire, but the one that had the gas scene was like, you know, their friends and the fans around her.
Yeah, and then now you're just constantly meting people at every show you're going to. Like
All
that's
the
how
time.
we ended up meeting at earlier this year, right?
Right, and now the community, it's like wildfire. Like everyone, like there's a lot of people that know me now. I'm like, how do you know me, dude? Like it's like, oh, dude, like you're a big fan of Yurapico. We see you, like you're one of those people now. So
yeah. Pico people.
Yeah, I don't think it's called Anthony Pico, which I love. It's always like shocking to me because it's like, how do you know? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So Yurapico was like, hey, come on, like you should come to the thing. I was like, oh, I don't know. Like I've never been to Japan. always wanted to. And I was like, okay, I'll think about it. And so a couple months go by. I already have my passport.
Yeah.
I have the money.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh fuck, I'll just do it, you know? And it's like kind of not scary, but it's like things that I'm thinking about, right? I'm thinking about, okay, like, should I tell my parents? Should I not? I gotta do all these things. Like, okay, I need to go travel insurance. Like a bunch of different things.
You were just in Tokyo.
Yeah, just in Tokyo.
And you stayed where? Where did you stay? Like at a hotel or?
Yeah, I stayed at a hotel. I was in not Akasaka. And so, wait, hold up. Gotta think.
Sorry.
I was going somewhere, then it threw me off. Oh yeah, so I was thinking about all these things, and I was like, okay, like I decided to finally do it. I didn't tell my parents.
Really?
Yeah, so.
Have you ever been on the country by yourself before?
No.
Golly, dude.
Yeah, first time out of the country.
Dang.
I'm by myself.
That's amazing, dude.
Like I said,
these are the kind of stories that I'm like, people are like, oh, these idol fans are just weird, and I'm like, dude, it's difficult, man. It's difficult to explain to people like, oh, I just went because of this girl or this idol.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you said, it's not the main reason, but definitely one that's.
It was a push towards something else that I already wanted to do, right?
Right.
So like it was just like a breaking point. Like okay, like let's do it, you know.
That's awesome. And then even we haven't talked about it yet, but even then the next step, like your trip this year, right? So,
yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, get to it.
Yeah, but
it's exciting, man. Okay. Yeah.
So you went to Tokyo. You enjoyed the show. Anything else?
So let me think. Did the trip?
She knew you were coming?
So I didn't tell my parents.
Oh yeah.
So my parents actually had a vacation at the same time.
Oh, so
in my mind, I'm like, hey,
do they know now? Wait, first.
Oh yeah, they know.
Okay, so it's not like you're outing yourself on.
Yeah, it is a story behind that too. Okay. Oh my gosh. So they had a vacation at the same time, and so I was thinking like, oh perfect, they're all gonna be out of town. I'll go on my trip, and then when I come back, it'll be like, oh, we both come back. But yeah, so it's just like
they didn't call the house like, hey, how are you guys doing?
Nah. But so my parents have Ring cameras. So you know, I leave like in the morning. I have my luggage, drive to the air. Or no, I took an Uber to the airport. Mm-hmm. I had to take two. Like there's another story behind that too. Oh my gosh. But anyways, go to the airport. You know, do the trip. I land in Japan. Get myself all prepared. Like I have to buy like a Suica card and fucking for transport. Yeah. You know,
so you figured all that out on your own.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. So like before this, like being like liking anime and whatnot, like you watch a lot of YouTube videos, and so like I had bearings like what to do.
Little things that Like when I have friends who go to Japan who are not into that stuff, and they go and like they're like sitting there trying to like use cash to buy like individual train tickets. And I'm like, no, just get a Suica or get a Pasmo, man. And they're like, what's that? And I'm like, oh shit. Like,
and it's probably important to say like before this because like I was going to a lot of these events, I had a lot of connections, and so when I had questions about Japan and whatnot, I could just ask. I mean, I watched a lot of videos too, but sometimes it's just better to have someone to like have that that dialogue with, where it's like back and forth. But no, I had like a general idea of what I needed to do and like how to get it around. It was just like I just hadn't done it before, so just like maybe stumble across the way and whatnot. Yeah,
that's part of the traveling, yeah.
But anyways, so I get to Japan, and then that day I get to Japan, there's a live show of Yurapico at like a small bar, you know.
So first of all, did she know you were coming, or she didn't know you were coming?
Yeah, she had an idea because she posted something like for people that are coming to her anniversary show, which is December 14th. Yeah. It's like, how long will you be staying, you know? And so it was like an Instagram post, and so I typed in like I'll be there from like the 10th to the 24th. Yeah. And so like she knew. Yeah. And then funny enough, she made a post of like her schedule, and the schedule was from the 10th to the 24th. I'm like, wait, hold up. Like, did she just like base the schedule off like, I'm not saying it was like off of mine, but
no, but I mean,
you know, I was like, what the hell? What?
That's the great thing about the indie idol stuff, right? It's, you know, you can't do that with like a huge concert, you know?
No,
like,
you can't.
Can do this, change this. Even this weekend, it's like off-kai here, you know, like stuff pops up. We get to hang out and do stuff.
Yeah.
It's relaxing, right? You show up, buy the tickets. You don't need to buy them online, you know, 3 months in advance, lottery. You know, you show up. You want to go to the show, go. Mm-hmm. It's one of the great things about it.
That's what is nice. Like, it's not so like high production value. It's more like personal, right? Yeah. And so you don't have to worry about like, I don't know. It just seems like when it comes to bigger artists, there's a disconnect.
Yeah,
then,
no,
like,
absolutely.
You 100%. Artists, and it's like, okay, that's why if people ever see like Idol and idol fans is because, like how like maybe not crazy, but they're more like they're in the deep dive, right?
Yeah.
It's because like it's more personable, and so they have like their loyal fans and whatnot, which is another thing. Like even in Japan, like they're like so dedicated.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, first day I get there, there's this live show at a bar called, I think it's Greenbud. Yeah, Greenbud. It's a bar with an Otski that Yura often performs at.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first day I'm trying to get there, and there's a bunch of stuff that happened, like my phone, I have a security thing. And so when I had used my new SIM, it locked me out because it was like, there's a new SIM, and then I had to deal with that. And then like I'm trying to like get people like, hey, can I use you guys' computer? And I'm trying to talk to people like Japanese, and this like a whole ordeal. I have the
That's great though, man. That's great. I mean, like same thing happened to me. Like
really?
First time. Yeah. Well, when I go, you're just bound to like stuff's go wrong, you know, and you find a way to overcome it.
Yeah.
You have to, you know. You can't just like sit in the street and cry and you know.
Yeah. No, you just have to do it.
You just do it.
And I wasn't like.
But people are afraid to do that, and they don't want to be in that situation. So
right.
And those people don't. To the people who take the risk and the chances, then now you're on the other side, and you know.
Yeah, it's like the hill you cross over, and then you get to like actually enjoy the experience. But you know, I had the whole story on my Instagram of like talking about like I had to deal with that, and there was another thing I forget. But I was just running into problems, and
But good on you for just picking up and going, because I feel like I was like probably 28 or something, but when I first traveled out of town for the first time, and like even that was still kind of very like safe because I had been to Japan before, so.
Oh, legit?
Yeah. I mean, I went with my parents before, you know, so it was like I just went to the same hotel, stayed in the same area.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
Yeah. Then what's it called? Yeah. So I end up getting late to that show, and then I walk in, and then
everybody turns around and looks at you. Like, who's this guy?
How should I give a name? That fan that was at the Yurapico show in the USA at Saboten.
Yeah.
I'll give him a name. I'll give him like Tanaka, because that's like easy. Tanaka. As soon as I walk into that show in Japan, Tanaka just like gave me like a big hug right away, like, Anthony-san, and he just like came by and hugged me. I was like, thank you.
And you know, like Japanese people are not usually this like welcoming.
Yeah, no, this is
like strictly like
hugging. Like in Japan, like it just isn't a thing.
Yeah.
And so the fact that there's a Japanese fan that ended up doing that, and he's just like immediately like accepting, I was like, oh, that's really nice.
No, yeah.
And then you know,
and most of the fans are just happy that like there's a foreigner here, like came all the way just to see, and just a big party.
Right, and it's a small show too. It isn't like a big show, so it's like what, like what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had been late to the show, so like if you're expecting somebody and they don't come right away, it's like okay, they're probably not coming.
Yeah.
I came to like the last minute, and so like you know, Tanaka was like, oh, give me a big hug, and then Yura was like, like you know.
Yeah.
So that was a good time. That was like kind of like the first day, and then, you know, I'm there. I have a hotel in Akasaka.
Yeah.
Just like a regular hotel, and so I'm staying there. And so like I think that first day I missed last train, so I got to experience that. You know, class of like, oh, you missed last train. Like, okay, I gotta walk back home. You know?
I've never missed last train by accident.
Oh, that first Japan trip, dude, I missed last train like 4 times because you know you're just out late. You're like, well, shoot, let's fucking do things. And then one of the days I missed last train, I told Tanaka like, hey, like there's a couple of things I want to do. I want to do like Japanese karaoke.
Yeah.
I want to try pachinko.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, you know, you see it, and I just want to try it out. I was like, well, what's it all about? And so like, one of the times I missed last train, I was like, hey, this is like the perfect time.
And he hung out with you.
Yeah, we'll fucking go to karaoke, have fun, you know, do the classic thing where you just stay up till like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's not a big, for them, it's not a big deal. Like, it's just like, oh, if I missed last train, whatever. There's like, stuff, I've learned that there's stuff to do. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, there's movie theaters that play shows from like 2 a.m. to 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
That's the thing that they do. But for me, it's like a unique experience because
I mean, it's everybody has to miss. Did you ever fall asleep on the train?
So many times, dude.
That's when I realized I had felt like comfortable in Japan. Because I was like, don't miss your stop. And like you're so wired to not miss your stop that you can't go to sleep. And then I remember just one time I was like, dude, I'm so tired. Like, and then all of a sudden I wake up and I look and it's my stop and the doors are closing. Yeah. And I'm just like laughing to myself like I'm like, you know,
that's it's even worse if it's like a express train because like it's gonna be a couple of stops before you even get to like the next station. So
and that was the point. That was my point. It was like, okay, I'm not Japanese, but I'm like, I'm starting to have like Japanese problems. You know? So I was.
The good thing about that though is like when it comes to the train fares, it's still the same. You're just gonna cost you more time to go back to where you need to go. So yeah, it's just time consuming, and then Yeah, it's just like that's just the Japanese experience.
No,
bro.
it's great, and you should just wholeheartedly, jump in. You're not gonna die. You're not gonna like, get lost in Japan and then like get swept out to river. Just fucking jump in.
Anything that's dangerous about Japan is probably just like the girls' bars, just because like you're gonna get like the amount of money you have to pay for drinks and stuff. So that's like, out of all the things in Japan, if I have any advice, it's probably just like maybe not drink too much at certain places.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. But no, yeah, just that, after that, went to Yura's 11th anniversary show, and so that was good, and just kept on going to her shows, and then I ended up meeting some people. So one day I went down to Kyoto because I had a friend down there who was living there. He was like, "Hey, dude, you should come down, and I could show you around." It's a Australian guy that was living there in Japan, and so we know each other because of the Park clothing brand. And so we were just talking online, like, "Hey, when you come to Japan, like, we'll meet up. I could show you around Kyoto." And so we ended up doing that. And so I wasn't just in Tokyo, but that Kyoto trip was just for one day. So, I took the Shinkansen, went back, and that was a good time. I also met with another friend that I met online on YouTube, some guy that does like background music. And yeah, we decided to meet up, and it was kind of surprising because I probably texted him like a while back, like 5 years ago, and I ended up saying like, "Hey, like 5 years later, I'm going to Japan. It's like, would you like to meet up?" And he was like, "Dude, let's do it."
Really?
He was just like immediately accepting. This is a Japanese guy, by the way. So this is like a guy that's living in Tokyo. And so we ended up going out. He's like, "Hey, do you mind if I just bring my wife with me?" I was like, "Oh, I don't mind. Yeah, like the more the merrier,
Yeah, no.
And so I ended up meeting him and his wife, and they were just like so nice and so endearing,
Yeah.
And
just happy that you came all the way to visit their country.
Yeah, and I'm surprised because like, I don't know, it's like a situation that I just didn't think that would ever happen. Just like we'll go have dinner, and then we stay up till like last train pretty much, and it's like
you're at the train, they see you off, and
they're like
waving as you're going by.
Dude, we were like, okay, well, they had me rent a bike because they had bikes. Like, oh, we'll go ride around for a bit.
Oh, cool.
We'll go eat something. So we go eat something.
Wow.
And then after that, I was like, I wanted to hang out with them more. So like, oh, like you guys want to go to get dessert?
Yeah.
And so we ended up going to this place. There's like this place that had like very fancy parfaits.
Again, this is reiterated. This is you going to Japan. Just all you were going was like, I know this one guy from Saboten, and I'm gonna go see Yura's show, right?
Yeah.
And then just through that, you're like, oh, I talked to this guy before. Okay, let's meet up. And just like things just started like spreading out.
Dude, it was like wildfire because after that Saboten Con live, so I was like thinking about, okay, maybe I'll do the trip or whatever. And it's probably like 2 months after, I was like, okay, I bought the plane ticket.
Right.
Now I bought the plane ticket, I'm getting stuff together, like, okay, like,
then
dude, I know there's people that I know that have been to Japan.
Yeah.
And that either like live in Japan or have like extended stays. So I'm like, I'm texting everybody, like, hey, dude, like, do you want to meet up? But you wouldn't have
before if you hadn't bought the
ticket.
Dude,
I wouldn't even bothered.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even bothered.
But then now all of a sudden, you just start thinking of possibilities.
Dude, and like, these are like conversation members are popping up in my head, like, dude, I used to talk to that guy, and he lives in Japan, like, or like, I remember talking to this guy, and I can meet up with him, So it's just like all these like connections that I remember that I have, but it was just like, they went away from my mind because I didn't ever, I wasn't ever gonna go to Japan.
Right.
So I was like, okay, why would I even think about that? So yeah, no, I had dessert with them, and then we just stayed up to like, like last train pretty much, and yeah, that was. It was one of the many memories.
You met up with them this last time you went to Japan?
I did.
See, that's what I mean. That's how like. I literally have
that's
like
nothing. It wasn't just like a one-off thing.
No, yeah. I mean, that's what happens. There's people in Japan like I've met like multiple times. Sometimes I'll stay at their place now because it's just every time you go, you look them up, you say hello. The once a year you hang out,
Yeah.
And they're happy to see you. And
so after that trip, I come back and I'm like,
well, how long were you there for?
I was there for 2 weeks, so 10/24.
So that's pretty long then.
Yeah, 2-week trip
for your first trip.
Yeah, and the last day I was sad. It was like Christmas Eve,
it was a trip Christmas Eve when you left?
It was Christmas when I left. So really? Christmas Eve was the last day, and then she had a show on Christmas Eve, and I was like, I bought her like a flower gift, whatever, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm so sad. Like, this is my last day. It's like.
But she knows that was your first Japan trip.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You're not sure?
Does she? No, I think she knows.
That's funny.
It's hard to know what she knows. So sometimes,
No. I'm just curious as to like. Yeah, does she know that like she was the catalyst for you going to Japan and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think I said a couple times. Like I pulled my translator app, and then I had the message pre-written, and so like as soon as I met you, I showed like, hey, like this Japan trip is because of you, and I'm like thankful that I got to meet you and all that stuff.
Yeah. But I wonder if she really, really like understand. Like I'm sure fans tell her like, oh, it's for you because of you. But like, yeah, I mean, this is awesome. Like an awesome story because. I just want, I mean, you want people to experience the world and, travel and do the things that they always wanted to do, but,
right.
Like you said, sometimes.
And it gave me a new light on, like, the idol world. Like, because a lot of times you see it from the outside, like, coming in, there's a lot of, like, crazy fans, but then there's also, like, the genuine ones, like, because I met this one person, it kind of rolled ball to, like, other things.
Yeah.
And especially, like, my story, it's like, I just end up being a certain idol and just, like, things just rolled ball, right? So. Yeah, just a good time.
So that's the end of your Japan trip, and then where were you going with after that?
Yeah, so after that, I'm just like, man, I want to go back to Japan. So like, I already know in my mind I'm gonna go back sometime. And then already then I was.
Wait, but for that, anything else happened with you and your parents as far as what you came back?
Oh, that's right. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so.
Because they never checked the cameras, or like, wait a minute, how come there's no movement at all?
Yeah, so
they like called you and like, hey, how's it
so
going? And
they
you're
saw
like,
that.
Hello.
My dad's usually put on top of it, like he sees all the motion triggers or whatever.
Yeah.
And so like next morning, he called my sister. Was like, oh, like did AJ leave? It's like, yeah, I think I saw him like with his
suitcases.
It's like suitcases, like leaving. I don't know where he's going.
You didn't tell them because they forbid you to go to Japan, or you didn't tell them because they were gonna worry?
Oh, I didn't tell them because I don't want like how do I explain? It's like, it wasn't like out of like they didn't trust me or I didn't trust them.
Yeah.
It was more out of like, I didn't want to. I didn't want to have to deal with like the conversation.
Yeah.
Not that it was gonna be bad. It was just like I wanted to do this trip and just like.
Yeah, but like my mom would have, if I told my mom would be like, no, don't go. Oh, why you do? Like even coming to July 4th, she's like, David, July 4th, you're going to be a place with a lot of people. Be careful if something happens. Like, don't run out the exit with everybody else. You might get gunned down. Like, hide in the. Like, what the hell?
LA and whatnot.
No, I mean, I get it. It's a good thing for a parent to say to their kids, But I'm also like old enough. Like at some point, I'm not like 17 years old with my friends at Anime Expo.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, right.
No,
my parents trust me a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm not like troublesome or anything, so there's a lot of trust there.
Yeah.
It's more like I want to do this trip, and I didn't want to have to like think about like other things like that.
Yeah.
And it's like my mind was like, be on a trip, you just want your mind to be free.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I kind of wanted that surprise just because like, I don't know, I just wanted to do it without thinking like, okay, they know I'm in Japan and like.
Do you want to come home like, hey, I came back from Japan?
Yeah, I know it's hard to explain. I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to do it, and I don't have to like talk about it.
You want to be on your own.
And I don't want to have to like it being something that's talked about, and then like now it's like a bragging point. Yeah. I just want to do it because it's something I want to do. You know what I mean?
Great. No, I mean that's the thing about idols too is like I just want to do stuff because I want to do it, not not trying to like tell somebody else. Or,
yeah, it wasn't like. Because I feel like that's what it's going to turn into. Is like I told my parents and they're going to tell everyone else, and now it's like a bragging point.
Oh,
it's like no, I just wanted to do it, and like it just like I don't want no pressure from that, So
I got you.
Yeah, no, my parents are like really cool. Like they trust me a lot, and so like every time I go on a trip or whatever, they're like, yeah, I mean he's good, So yeah, even when like. Nah, but no. So okay. So after that,
you see, you want to go back.
So motion again. Trigger. Dad calls my sister. So he's like, okay, I think I saw him left. Okay, whatever. But they're already on their trip, right? So they're on their trip.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, whatever. I share my location with my mom, and so my dad said like, to my mom's like, hey, just check his location, see where he's at, And I think this was like 2 days after. I was already in Japan, and so my mom had checked my location.
That's so freaking awesome, man. That's so freaking great.
My mom checked my location, and she's like, I think it's broken. Like it says that he's in Japan. He's like, what? And so I think I shared my location with my dad, and he's like, he looked into like, yeah, it says he's in Japan. And so with my SIM card that I was using, it was just for like network. It wasn't for like phone calls and stuff.
Yeah.
And so my dad couldn't call me, right?
Yeah.
And so he emails me with his work email.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's this? It's like this is work email. Like, why would you email me? He's like, hey, you in Japan right now? And all I fucking text back in the email was like, yeah, with a smiley face. Yeah.
That's so great, man. Yeah. That's so fantastic, dude.
Yeah.
That's such a fantastic thing to do, man.
And it's perfect because they're on their vacation and now they're like, my dad's all like jealous now. Like, man, we're on vacation, but I want to go to Japan too. You know,
That's
like,
awesome. Okay, so yeah, it was more of like, yeah, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's really really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so great, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, no, it was funny. They told me that story after I came back from Japan, and I'm like cracking up, and then now they tell everybody about that. It's
No,
like,
it's great.
You
It's
just
funny.
went to Japan. It's like, I think it's broken. Like, why is I using Japan right now? So yeah, and then my dad's like,
so really, really, yeah, it really worked out.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
yeah, it was just hilarious
And then,
time.
so then you came back to Japan, and it was depressing for like a month. Like I remember my first flight back from Japan.
So it was. I did get the sense of like, man, like I'm back here in America, but it opened up like a new world for me.
Yeah.
So like my thought process about things, because after you come back from Japan, like you're like, oh man, there's no more like good transit, and there's no more like
Yeah, I
there's
mean,
like certain conveniences of certain things.
no, yeah. You
And
appreciate
so, like,
it. You appreciate.
I
certain
appreciate,
things,
yeah.
But you appreciate some stuff here too. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I appreciated both sides of it,
Yeah.
and I end up with appreciating America more because of Euro, which is another story. But yeah, so I come back, and it made me fire up to learn Japanese more, right?
Yeah,
So-
because your Japanese is, I mean, pretty good.
Really?
I mean, like you're having conversations with these people.
Yeah.
You're having it's the point when you start having like, when your natural reaction is to like during the show, I heard you like, oh, da, 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 da. You just like throw stuff out like
Right, like you just.
naturally, like that's when you realize like, oh shit, it really is like getting, because it's not about like studying a book and like, oh, I need to say this at this time.
Right.
It's like,
You just know the
You're-
conversation's based on like the general like.
yeah, like I've been
Joy
out
dialogue, you
at
know?
bars before where we're all eating and then like I say a joke and everyone laughs.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, like
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
in Japanese, like
Yeah.
oh shoot,
Yeah,
you know, like,
it comes like second nature, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so good. Yeah, I say I'm at the point where I can like spitball stuff out, and I kind of like know like general dialogue.
but you made an effort to start studying
Yeah,
when you came
and
back.
in fact, after Saboten Con, I'm knowing I'm going to Japan like 2 months after that, and so I actually started learning Japanese. So I started like writing stuff down. There's an app
Man,
that I
see,
use.
that's stuff that I really
so-
need to put more effort into.
Yeah, the biggest thing is like writing stuff down, man, because like you can like be on an app and like try to be memorizing, but like the act of like writing stuff down, it like ingrains in your mind, you know.
Yeah.
Writing down on
There-
paper
you know,
writes it on your mind.
There's a bunch of kanji that I can recognize,
Yeah.
and if you told me to write it, I'd be like, dude, what the, like no idea how to write it at all.
Yeah.
But I can recognize it.
Writing helps so much because you start like, it's like pattern recognition, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah.
And then you see that with
Muscle
all-
memory and stuff.
Yeah,
Too. Yeah.
you know.
Definitely.
But yeah, I started learning Japanese before the trip, and then after the trip, I was like, okay, I want to even learn more because I want to go back. I want to like talk to her again and all that stuff, and talk to like all their friends and stuff. So after that, I'm just like learning Japanese. I'm doing work. I was in school for apprenticeship for electrical, and basically because of that, it was dictated that if I want to go back to Japan, it would have to be after my first semester, which is like in the middle of the year. So like it'd be June, right? And so in my mind, okay, I'm already planning like to go back in June, and so like okay, I'm leaving that slot free. I'm going back in June, and I'm gonna
Start saving
studying
money
Japanese,
and
all that
prepare.
stuff. So I'm going to school, I'm earning money and all that. I'm learning Japanese, and then I see a post that she'll be coming to LA
I know okay.
for OC Japan Fair,
And that's where I met you.
Yes.
So just this was just chance that she was coming back again.
Yeah,
Like so soon.
and it's so surprising. So like I ended up learning about this about a year later, but she's just crazy, right? So like she'll go to like on these trips, and she just, I don't know how she does it because it seems like she's so busy, right? And she just
She's definitely like from her manager. She's super busy.
It's so crazy, and it's like we'll even talk about on this trip where it's like Yura, like she's so on top of things in terms of like social media and like what everyone says, even if they don't even directly mention Yura. She'll see like certain posts, and it's like she's
No, and then she's like little. I saw her like schedule like from OC, right? It was like wake up in the morning, off kai. We met at the off kai, right, at the beach. Met, and she's in the car. She's doing like a live stream in the car on the way to the venue. Gets to the venue, sets up the table, does the performance at the table, right? And the best part of that was that she wasn't supposed to perform that first day at OC Japan Fair.
Yeah,
she wasn't. She was on the thing.
It was a surprise performance.
Yeah,
bro.
but it was just one of those things where like, hey, if we can fit you in, you want to go on the stage?
Yeah.
Yes, right? You
Yeah.
don't say, let me think about. Like, no, if I can get on stage, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And so, sure enough, she jumps on stage.
Yeah.
She's got the shades on. I'm gonna record this, okay? Right?
Oh,
okay.
kakuya.
Yeah, and then just like and then after that, I think that was the day she also drove to Anaheim to go, because that's the day also she went to go see. You went too, right? You went to go see the band. What's the band?
Oh, Hanabiya.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
she's friends with the bassist in
Yeah,
Hanabiya?
she's friends with one of the members. I think they know her because, well, they know her.
Yeah. They're friends. They're actually
I think part of it is I think Hanabiya used to open for Burst Girl or something.
Yeah, something.
So like, and I heard that I guess she was like kind of nervous about it later because it's like, oh, now that they're so big, you know, it's
maybe
like,
they've outgrown me. They don't remember me
stuff
anymore.
like that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But
no.
they went to go meet. Then she drove to Anaheim, did that, and then that was her whole day. It's just like nonstop going one thing, another thing, another thing.
Yeah, she's just so busy, and I'm always like telling her like, Marishi Naide, like you're doing so much. I just hope that you're taking care of yourself as equally, you know.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's so much. It's hard to fathom
No,
like,
yeah.
how much.
I mean, that's the thing too. Is like people talk about like idols and relationships. Oh, you want to? They're supposed to have a relationship. Oh, why can't they date whoever they want? Like the thought behind it too is like, and I talked to her manager about this. It's like the thought is if you're really, really trying to be a success and you're doing your idol thing, like you don't have time. Like every second should be spent towards trying to make it. You know, like instead of live streaming, you're like hanging out with your boyfriend. Like couldn't you be doing more? You know,
Right.
Like that's kind of the thought. Americans don't understand that because they're just like, oh, 40-hour work week and. You know, I want to go home and watch 8 hours. Like average American watch like 8 hours of TV a day. It's like, come on, man. Like you can't expect to watch 8 hours of TV a day and expect to make it in the business. You know?
Yeah, and I think Yura is more of a special case. She really treats it as like a full-time job.
Yeah.
Some idols have like their main job, and then it's like their side gig is idol stuff.
Yeah.
But she really like she's like all in.
No, it's great.
So.
It's really, really okay. So at this point,
So back from Japan, I hear about OC Japan Fair and how she'll be performing there. Idol Rage will be performing at Idol Jam Volume 1,
right.
which is the start of that. So I hear about that. I was like, okay, like now I'm gonna plan an LA trip to go up there.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, she's coming to LA. This will be her first time, I believe, coming to LA.
Yeah.
It's like it's very special, right?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like she just came to America for Arizona, now she's coming to America for LA, you know?
Yeah.
And when I think of like places that Japanese people usually want to go to, it's usually LA.
Yeah.
LA and New York, right?
New York, exactly.
So I'm like, well, she's coming and I'm a fan, so I should like do something. So I decided to make like a poster. And so I ended up getting a bunch of crafts and like the week prior I get started on it, right?
Yes.
So I make this poster. It took me like 5 days to make, and I'm like, I'm going to bring this, and I also have like this chopstick thing, like an inside joke.
Yeah.
So I make that for her, and then I end up going to OC Japan Fair and end up seeing her, and then I have a whole video. I posted on Twitter. I didn't post it on YouTube because it's kind of embarrassing. It's my bad Japanese.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll post it later. But yeah, it's this whole thing. I show her the poster, and she has like a good reaction.
Yeah.
And, you know, the manager's there. He's like, oh, like it's amazing. And then I ended up getting told later that like, yeah, it was really cool that you brought that poster.
So okay, here, stop right there. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
The first time when I met you, I was like, oh gosh, this is gonna be one of these crazy weirdos again.
Oh,
you know,
yeah?
because even as an idol fan, like you do come across the people who are like a little bit off, you know? And I'm
yeah,
like, look at this guy, and like the big thing is when it's like a solo idol, he's not super popular, and there's just one guy by himself that came all the way here. I think the natural inclination is to be like, okay, this guy's a loner, and he's like
Right.
doesn't have any friends.
Like the super otaku.
Yes.
By.
So I think that's again. I apologize. And even like it's bad even as an idol fan that I still immediately think this way sometimes. You know. But I remember just seeing you. We were next to each other at the booth. It was just you and me at when she was doing her live.
Oh, like her at her booth, you know?
Yeah, and she was singing, and there's a video. I wish there were more people. I wanted to post a video because like. But it was just you and me, and like she's like doing her thing.
I will say, like at the little mini booth live, I was being pretty loud, so I could definitely see the inclination.
No, see, but that's the point I want to get at. But because for us, like as fans, or for you as in that moment, right? Your job is, what you're there for is to support her and make it look fun and be loud, and you know, like fuck it, I don't care if people think I'm a weirdo for making this thing. It doesn't matter. Like I just want to make sure that there's a friendly face that she sees when she comes, right? And like you said, that's when you said like, thanks so much for making that. It really meant a lot, you know, like.
Yeah, and that's what I want to do. Like when I was coming there, I know that she doesn't have a lot of like like a lot of fans, at least not in the U.S.
No, I mean exactly.
So I want to come there as a fan that's like involved, and then usually what happens is that once they see someone like break a certain barrier or a certain like threshold, and then they end up coming along.
No,
like, okay,
no,
let's cheer. You know,
absolutely. And it's the same thing too. Like later on Ado Jam, she wanted to like ride the raft.
Yeah.
And I saw her holding the raft, and from going to idol shows in Japan, I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, what is that raft for?
Yeah,
She's
crazy,
like, oh, well, I want to. I don't know if it can happen. I want to ride it. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, but we can't. I don't know. Like, I don't have a pump to blow it up. I was like, don't worry about it. We'll blow. Me and like my friend Chris were like, we'll blow it up. And then, and then so she lets us know, and we set it up. Like that's the little thing. It's like there's like some responsibility on the fans. Mm-hmm. Like we are the ones who can kind of bridge the gap between the idol and the like new potential fans,
Right.
And so like it's our job to like just kind of grease the wheels and
Right, like just saying like it's the crossing the threshold so that other people can follow, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes when it comes like idols, like they're not gonna go outright and just being like chilling right away.
Right.
It is like not like that's not what they're gonna do unless you see someone else doing it,
Right.
already involved and like hey like and then also like bring people along like hey like let's start cheering,
Yeah.
So yeah, what's the off-kai with her the first day?
No, it's because I came the second day, so maybe you were here a day already.
Yeah.
So off-kai, it was it was at the pier or whatever, and it was with Barry. And that's when I met you, right? Because you won the golden egg or whatever.
Yeah, there was a scavenger hunt thing or whatever. Yeah. So it must have been first day. So first day I have the poster.
Oh, you're right. And I remember seeing I remember seeing video of you at that. Later on after we met, then I went back and I saw a video of her performing at the booth by herself. Like at her little mini booth that she had. So and I remember you saying that.
Yeah, it's funny enough. So like before the event, like. I just end up like talking to whoever, and so I ended up meeting a guy there, and he's like, we're just talking. He went to another couple events before, and so I was like, hey, dude, I'm about to give this poster to this one idol. It's like, we want to meet her. Like, oh, yeah, let's go, Yeah. And so I was like, he's like, oh, dude, I see you're carrying GoPro. You want me to record for you?
Yeah.
I was like, perfect.
Cool.
So he was recording for me when I gave that poster, and so like thanks to him, and like he really helped me out there. So I gave the poster to Yura.
Everybody helping.
Yura loves the poster, and then she ended up like keeping our booth. I'm like, oh. Like I'm glad that she would like actually want to have it around, and so and then people are always like asking about it like
why would you? Here's the thing, why would you not? This is one thing that people don't realize. Like why would you not want? Like I mean it's still a question, right? How much of it is fake and how much is real, right? How appreciative is she actually? She's not going to sleep with you, bro. Like that's what everybody always says. She's not going to date you, bro.
Yeah, right.
It's like it's not even like like if you traveled across the world to go perform a place, nobody knows me in Los Angeles. Yeah. Wouldn't you want like at least one person to be just there and be like, like welcome you there?
Yeah, and it's not like any of like the relationship stuff. It's more just like she's coming for this thing and like it's gonna be a special event because she's in America, she's in LA. You just want to make it special, right? And as a fan, I just want to be able to contribute. And so it's like, oh, I'll make this for her, and then she just enjoys it, and it helped. It was really nice hearing like later on like from. I'll keep it anonymous, but for someone else, it was like, hey, like, when Yura got that poster, she was really happy, and she was like, for her, it really legitimized Yura,
Yeah.
Because Yura is like a smaller idol, and seeing someone that actually decided to like make the poster or more of like a super fan, whatever you want to call it, there was a lot of like appreciation for that.
No, and sometimes it's not even like, sometimes it's not even the people they're crazy super fans, but they oversell it because there's less people, so I'm gonna yell louder because otherwise it's gonna be quiet, so,
right.
Like,
and yours, like I think this goes with idols in general too, like the energy that you bring they feed off of, right? It's receptive.
Like
so.
I want to go around and ask idols, like, because I'm fairly convinced already, but like of course they want a live show, right? They don't want it to be quiet and everyone's like, this sucks, you know? Like, because if you're excited, then they're like, oh shit, these people are really into it.
They feed off of it, man.
Yeah,
they
man,
really
100%.
do.
This is why I love the live stuff.
And especially with Yura, man, like if you give it to her, she'll give it back like 100 times more. So that's why like when I'm at the shows, I'm like, man, I'm giving it all. So
that was Japan.
So I ended up giving the board tour, and then the next day we had the off-kai. It was Barry and Yurapico decided to collab, do an off-kai at Newport Beach, which is really fun.
Yeah.
And that's where I met you.
Yeah.
And there were some other people there too. Yeah. 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 There were some other people there. But yeah, no, it was a good time. We Newport Beach, being on the beach, hanging out, just like talking, typical off-high stuff, and got some good videos. Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah, and there was someone else there. There was a Barry fan. I don't know her name, so it doesn't even matter. But keep it anonymous, I guess. She typical like idol fan, just like the crazy ones that we were talking about. But it was just like it was a lot. Like
it was a lot.
It was a lot.
It was a lot because I remember there was at one point where, like, I guess her mom called on the phone. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I remember.
Her mom called and she was like, "Hi, Mom, I'm here with my friends."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I don't know you."
It's like my friend's Barry, and then Barry like had
And then
like
she's
act
like,
all nice.
No, and then she was like, "Barry, do you want to talk to my mom?"
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
remember that? She's like, "Barry, you want to talk to my mom?" And she was like, "No, thanks." And
It's
she's
like
"Oh, okay."
It's like idol fan with like no filter or no like threshold barrier.
I mean, I don't know. I've ran into a bunch of them at Anime Expo this weekend.
Yeah.
I have, definitely. Like, there's people who are like,
Yeah,
did
there's
I
probably
tell
two,
you the one
three.
with the Aonyan one? There's somebody who it was in front of me for Aonyan, and then like he was lying, and she's like, "Oh," and then they did a pose together where they were like clasping hands, right?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, and then I couldn't hear what he was saying because he was like shy and kind of mumbling, but I just hear from Aonyan, "Oh no hug, no hug," and I'm like, "Oh boy, oh god."
Oh my
Like,
God.
I was like, how much is he gonna push this? And he's like, "Oh, I know, but I just want you to know that I'm down with that. I'm down." And I was like, "Oh no, dude."
So bad, dude. It
Yeah.
really is.
So like, I wonder how much, because like in America, maybe it's in Japan too, but maybe it's just like hidden better in Japan. But I feel like the crazies really get pulled out to these like anime conventions and stuff like that. There's something about like, I guess, letting your guard down or being around other people who are going to judge you that just brings out like
I think it's a
those kind
couple
of
things.
people.
I think Americans, they're more what do you call it? Like they don't care as much.
There's
they
definitely,
don't care as much.
I mean, you can just tell by, I saw this girl with her ass hanging out her pants and her boobs were like coming out of her shirt, and I'm like, I don't think this is acceptable, man.
It's the image thing is not as prominent as in Japan, because Japan, like, they're very focused on like their image and how they represent themselves.
So that's why you don't see people in Japan wearing around sweatpants and in
Right,
their
it's-
pajamas on the street.
It's more modest, right?
Right.
In America, we're not as modest. We're more like outgoing and whatnot. And then another thing is that idols coming to America is more rare, right?
Yeah.
And so when these chances happen, they're not as like used to it.
Yeah.
And so you end up getting a lot of those fans that are kind of just like super excited, and then especially if they're crazy, it's like another level, right?
Yeah.
And yeah. And I usually give like some benefit of the doubt because I get it, like they don't come as much, but then there is like, okay, you need to understand like common sense and manners, right?
Well, I mean, is that what it is? It's the common sense, because like we have this like autism or all these problems now where people are like, I don't understand social situations. I don't know how much. I mean, maybe there is something to say about like.
Yeah, so I can only speak for the generals, not the outliers, right?
Right.
And I think for general people, it's like you need to understand and treat people as people.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, the outliers are going to be the outliers, and unfortunately, you just have to like. Also, as fans, maybe help to like, hey, like, maybe you shouldn't do that. You know?
Yeah, because you told me like some girl tried to call security on her. Like,
yeah,
this weekend.
yeah.
She's like, she's act. So I guess that's fine. Maybe I'll cut this out. But I mean, I don't understand how she goes to the live show and then be like, "I love you, Barry. Oh my God, I'll die for you!" And like screams it in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
And then people are like,
Yeah.
okay, that's weird." Like.
Yeah, and that's the level it is. It's like they're screaming out, and they're screaming like crazy things, like "I'll die for you," "Oh, Barry, you're my savior," and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so,
Well,
yeah.
I really don't think she's malicious about it, but it's also.
No, yeah, I don't think so either. But also.
But
think
I also
that,
don't understand what's going on in her life that she need. So part of it is, this is my theory with, especially with America, is part of it is I think they see that that's how it's supposed to be, so they think that that's the way they need to act. Like, oh, I'm a huge Idol fan, so if I'm a huge Idol fan, because like I told you, I think we were talking about the other day, Where like I would understand if like I never understood when I saw like a Michael Jackson like concert back then, and people are like Michael, and they're crying. I'm like, what the hell? But okay, so you can kind of understand because it's Michael Jackson, and there's only one Michael Jackson, and there's like how many billions of people like are into his music. Okay, so it's like unattainable to even go talk to them, right? And like people they think that idols is the same thing like in some way, but like with idols, like for us, we're just like we were walking back, we saw like Sayla yesterday, and we're just like, hey, what's up? And then we just keep walking, you know?
Yeah,
like,
because we understand that like they're people too, so just like
or like
let them do the thing, and then.
But also they're not like to that level where like like for us it's like.
Yeah, so I'd say that.
So, but I think this person thinks like, oh well, Michael Jackson's here, and Barry to me is like Michael Jackson, so I need to act like this and treat her like she's Michael Jackson. Otherwise, I don't really like her that. Like I can't prove to people that I like her that much. Like I feel like, and
I think it's just the attention seeking. So like
so that could be an also thing too, for sure.
So they're just trying to get their attention, and the best way to get attention is acting as out like
as
that.
possible.
Yeah.
And that's actually a really good point because my
it was like, to be honest, and it works too because it's hard to ignore. Like I'm like because I'm like looking over, I'm listening to everything. I'm like, that's pretty good entertainment. Like
no, but for me, so here's my general rule about the difference between a good fan and like a bad fan, right? If you're a good fan, you should be trying to put the attention on the idol or like making the idol look good, doing things to reflect in a positive light, like being a good fan too, right? Like you somebody bringing along you, like, hey, come to the show with me. Hey, look, I brought another fan.
Hey, man, like I know this. You should come.
Yeah, or like, or just like helping them out. Like, oh, do you have any questions? Let me help you, because like you always see, like whenever I went to Japan. Dude, I would be I'm the foreigner.
They're pushing you to the front.
They're pushing you to the front because you're not here normally, and they want you to have a good time, and they want you to be the center of attention.
They want you to really experience it,
because they're like, I'm here 3-4 times a week. I can see her anytime I want. Why not give you the benefit, right? That's when I was like, that's a good fan.
Right.
And then when it becomes bad is when they're like, well, I'm the biggest fan. I'm never gonna see her again. And then they just like go to the front and like push everybody out of the way.
Now it's like supposed to be like this ranking game or whatever.
No, exactly. And it's about me. It's about I want this time. I want to monopolize it.
The good fans are usually the ones that try to like make the community, right? They're trying to like make it bigger. They're trying to get people in, and then usually the other ones are usually like, I'm the best. Nobody goes before me.
Yeah. Or like, oh, let me buy 10 tickets because that means I'm a big fan. And somebody's like, well, let me buy 15. And
Yeah. Well, usually the good fans will be like, oh, like go, like go take a checkie. It's like, oh, you don't have a checkie, bro.
Here's one. Yeah, like people gave you checkies in Japan.
No, but.
I've been given so much free stuff in Japan. Like just people are like, oh, you're a fan, here you go.
Okay. I will say I did get like other stuff. Like they'd be like, oh, here's your CDs. Like oh, here's like past goods. Like oh, these are trading cards. Yeah. So not particularly a checkie, but even like. So like when I went on my Europe trip, I ended up giving a couple checkies away. I was like, hey, like, dude, like, wait, you don't have a check? You're not gonna get a checkie with her? It's like, I don't got the money. Dude.
Yeah, I don't have the money. I'm kind of shy. I don't know what to say to her. Yeah, just grease the wheels and send them in. Yeah. Push them in the deep end and let them.
And for me, it's also like I love seeing that too because for Yura, like she, like idols love being able to have that like that that interaction. Yeah, like dude, like she'll love it. Like you'll have a good time, man. Like just do the checkie. Come on.
No, and that's you knowing better and knowing that it's gonna be okay, right? Yeah. And like. You push them in the deep end, but like you're watching them. They're not gonna sink.
Yeah, I'm not gonna and I'm not forced. I'm just like, hey, like, dude, like, trust me, like, you'll have a good time. Like, if you want to do, like, here's a ticket, man. Like, go for it,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so you mentioned the Europe trip. You want to?
Oh yeah.
So OC finishes. We become friends.
So during OC, I think it was already announced. Yeah, so I think the Europe trip was already announced, and Yuta was like, "Hey, you gonna come to the Europe trip?" And I'm like.
And Europe ended up being what? Germany and then where else?
Germany and France.
Germany and France.
Yes.
And so she's performing in both of those places.
Yeah.
And from in less than a year, you go from not knowing Yura to going to Tokyo for the first time, and then now you're going to Germany and France.
And crazy enough, it's still been less than a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like, "You're going to Germany?" You're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Damn it, I want to go.
Yeah.
Damn it, I want to go.
Yeah.
I really wanted to go, man."
So yeah, it was Japan Fair. She ends up mentioning it. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go like Tabun. Yeah, I don't know. Muskashina. Like, I don't know. It might be difficult. And so I'm kind of giving this air like I don't know if I'll really go.
But deep down,
in my mind, I'm going.
You're like, how do I make this happen?
And the reason why I decided to because I'm already going. I already have a trip planned in June, right?
Oh,
and so
right.
I'm like, okay, well, if I'm already gonna go to June, maybe I should just go to Europe first, and then go to Japan.
So you had kind of an idea that you were going to Japan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Because I remember when I was talking to you, you were in Europe, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm blessed." And then all of a sudden, I talked to you like a week later, you're like, "Yeah, I'm in Japan for." And I was like, "What the?" I was like, "What kind of money does this guy have?" Just fucking
oh my God,
halfway through a Europe trip, decides to go to Japan for 2 weeks. And I was like, "What the hell?"
It gets even better later on because like at first it was like Europe, and I was gonna be in Japan for like a couple of days because I was gonna like meet some people and then dip out because of work, you know.
Yeah.
But and then. No, I'll get to
Yeah,
it.
but okay. So you go to Germany. You've never been to Germany. Don't speak the language.
Wait, let me think for a second. So Japan Fair. Yeah, so I plan the trip. I buy the tickets and everything, and buy some hotels. And yeah, I'd never been to Germany or France, and so I'm not too worried because the same thing like in the last trip, my first trip to Japan. I kind of just went for it and turned out fine. And I think I have a sense of confidence in terms of like, I know like whatever happens, like I know like my way to navigate it. It doesn't feel like I'm going to be completely lost. In Germany, they speak English.
Yeah.
In France, they speak English too.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was more of my worries. Like,
so it isn't like I'm going to like somewhere where like they probably don't ever speak English, you know. So there is some comfort there. You know, on my phone, as long as I have a phone, I have a translator, right?
Oh, that's true too.
I know how to navigate that. So yeah, I wasn't really too worried. I was more worried about what do you call? I don't think I was even worried. I was more worried about how I'm gonna get to Japan, what I'm gonna do there, because I already planned out this Europe trip pretty well. Once I got to Japan, I'm like, I'm just gonna meet some friends. I didn't have much plans. I'm just gonna be hanging out. So, anyways. Germany happens. Wait, let me think. Germany trip, flights. I gotta think. Okay. So I left on the 4th. The 4th, I ended up taking a plane to LAX. I did it separate because like I have like vouchers and shit.
This is what 4th?
4th of June.
June 4th?
Yeah.
So this is less than a month ago?
Yeah, last month was this Europe trip.
Really?
Yeah.
Because we're July 4th.
It's
we're
July
in
4th right now, so it's literally been, yeah.
What the hell?
Literally less than 2 weeks ago, I came back from Japan, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So June 4th, fly to LAX. I stay at the airport in LAX. Pretty much spend the night at the airport, just like hanging around. And then on the 5th, I do the flight, a long flight, end up making it to Germany. And Germany is really cool, man. Like I'm in Dusseldorf, and it was cool because taking the transit, like there's all this graffiti and overgrown grass, and I'm like, man, this looks like a video game, dude. Like my brother would like love this. I call my brother. I'm like, oh, this is really cool. And get there, and I can't check into my hotel till later, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of exploring, going to all these places, trying to get it all in, you know. And then there's this like viewing tower that you can go to. There's like a tower in Dusseldorf, and basically you have like a sky view of everything. So like, I'll just go to that, check it out. And so I'm walking over there, and as soon as I'm like walking up these steps, it's quite a bit of steps. As soon as I get to the top, I see somebody walking out. It's fucking Europe, bro. And I'm like, wait, what? Like,
she's at the same viewing place?
Yeah, same much. Like coming out, and I didn't even know. And so I keep on walking, and I'm like so like out of it, right? Because like I'm not in the headspace of like talking to Yura. I'm like, oh, Yura. And she looks like, sugoi, like she's happy that I'm there.
Yeah.
And then I felt bad. I was like, man, like I wasn't even ready for the conversation, right? So all I could say was like, it's sugoi, like, hey, Yura, you know. So that was really cool. I see Yura by chance, go to the viewing tower, kill some more time, make it back to the hotel, and then later that night there's a show. There's some Germany fans. There's actually quite a bit of German fans of Yura, so it was cool meeting them and all that. Yeah, it was a good show, dude. You know, any of the fans from overseas have a lot more energy than they do in Japan. They're more willing to like kind of go the extra mile, and like how we are talking about earlier is that, these idols feed off the energy, and Yura is always going to bring a good show, but when there's more of that, it just kind of amplifies it. And so after that, Dusseldorf, went to Bremen. Bremen was cool, same thing, just like a good show, a good time. Yeah, I don't know, it's just like good shows, Yeah, no, it's hard to. I know, it's just like you're just in the moment, right? And so just good shows, you explore more. I met some like other fans that I've never met before. Some of these fans have been fans for like long time. Quite
in
a
Germany.
Bit. Yeah, Germany fans.
Yeah, because those kind of the old punk kind of stuff that's more of a European thing.
Back in like Bakaretsu Joshi and all Briscoe, like all that stuff. So it was cool talking to them, the history of Yura. They have like the old posters and they're showing me, and I'm like a new fan, right? So I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Like, what? You have this stuff,
Yeah. It's funny, yeah, because it's about.
And it's surprising, like there is like a German scene, and that Yura's been there before too. So it's like, whoa, like, it's a different world, So, and then Bremen happens. It's really good shows. Crazy. Yura gives me the mic and stuff. Yeah, I'm just like cheering or whatever, and then I don't know why, but recently she's being more like more comfortable with giving me the mic, and I'm like, okay, you're like, it's not gonna be good, but I'll try to sing, and it's like horrible, and you're like,
but that's the point. It's part of like the show, right? It's like using you as a prop, kind of to like make the show more unique or different,
Yeah, and it's good fun. There's no strict rules, right?
Yeah.
And it's more.
It's not like, oh, you need to sing good or whatever. It's like.
It's good fun. And then my friend of mine, he had some good pictures, and so he gives them to me. I'm like, oh, they're so good. They're on Twitter, like just fun pictures. I'm seeing in yours, like, oi, like, and that was a good show. Damn. I don't know. In my head, it's all kind of a blur. More than the shows, like it was cool meeting the fans. Like how we're talking about community. I think that's one of the big things. It's like seeing people that's interested in the same thing.
Yeah.
Their stories about how they came to it, and how they just bring people in, right? So it's like they're just all welcoming, good time. They show me like the history and all that stuff. So yeah, just like those shows were awesome. And then we go to France. France was really good. She had like.
You said you saw a lot of rats in France.
Yeah, like at nighttime, dude, you're walking around and you see like a bunch of rats. I'm like, man, that's where Ratatouille is, man. Like, that's where he comes from. No, France was good. She had a, what do you call it, a karaoke off guy.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, then recently she had all her songs on Joy-San, or not all of them. She has like 15 songs on Joy-San now because she did like
the karaoke, the app or the Joy-San's
Joy-San,
the
the company.
Yeah.
And so now she has songs on her, on Joy-Sound, and so we ended up doing a karaoke event, singing her songs at karaoke, which was a good time. I ended up breaking some glasses because the floor was like kind of sloped where the karaoke was, and so I kind of like was walking down and then hit the table, and then glasses on the floor and just like shattered, like it's no good, but no, that archive was great. France is awesome, just like all like the cuisine and stuff like that. Yura does her show. And then more than anything, I like seeing is like when Yura goes to these places, like knowing that she's enjoying it too,
Yeah.
'Cause, like I feel like when idols go to like different countries, like it seems like they're only doing like the idol thing, right?
Right.
And we kind of talk about this a little bit, but I almost feel bad sometimes when we do these off highs. It's like,
oh yeah, that is a good point. That's like, something we did want to talk about, right?
Like, don't you think that like
because so to set it up, like we got this talking about this because Sayla just had an off-kai at Disneyland,
right?
They just got done with Disney, and like I told you, I'm going to Disney. You're like, I don't know if I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it kind of weird? Like, don't you think they want to enjoy Disney on their own? Mm-hmm. Like, why do they want to like?
Yeah. It was what's it called? It was just like hard schedule-wise, but also I was like, for these idols, I ever wonder like, do they ever just want to like do it by themselves? Like I almost feel bad sometimes, like they can't just enjoy it just as like regular people. They have to like do stuff like with fans and like these off-kais,
I'm glad you brought this up because I had an answer for this. So here's the thing about Disney, okay? You have to remember like So there's 6 members that stay, 7 normally, but only 6 came, right? There's 6 members and then 2 managers, right? They have to pay for all those people to get in, you know? Like somebody's got to pay for them. So how they offset that is that we had like 5 fans that came that day. It was only 5, but like fans have to pay for their own way to get in, okay? And then they pay the 150 to partake in the off-kai. Okay, so that 150 basically covered like more than half of their entrance to get in. And then when we're inside, the first thing we're doing is like, oh, let's go to this shop. And then they're sitting there like, hey, I like these Disney ears. Do they look good on me? And you're like, yeah, they look good on me. I don't know.
You buy it?
Do you want to buy it for me?
Yeah.
Like I've got my defenses up. Okay, I've been around idols long enough. I've been around Japanese girls, cute girls, to know the game, right?
Yeah.
But there's a couple of those guys who went and like, they're just like,
that's suckers.
like, oh, you like that? I'll buy it for you. I'm like, oh, chill, dude, chill. You got the rest of the whole fucking day to buy shit for them.
Yeah.
Don't blow all your money at the first shop, you know?
I see.
And they're relentless. The girls are relentless. Like, oh, you like this one? Oh, you don't like this one? Let me try this one on. Which one's better? Do you want me to?
Right.
Like, it's just like
playing the game.
Yeah, man, they're playing the game, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Japanese fans understand that it's like it's a play date, right? It's just for you're going through the motions of
it's for the fun.
It's for the fun of it. I mean, maybe some fans take it more seriously, you know, but it's for the fun of it. And you know, it's not just that. Then so, like we go to the next place. It's like, those churros look pretty good. You know, like, should we get some churros?
Right.
And then one of the guys like, whoa, bang, 3 churros down. Because here's the thing about it is, right, and this is kind of maybe lost in the American like side of it, is like men want to feel like they're useful, right? They want to feel like
they're providing.
They want to feel that way. Right. Of course, it's nice when the girl's like, "Oh, you're so great. Thanks so much for this." Right. Like that's a good feeling for a guy. And from the girl's point of view, they like doing the flirty thing, and you know, like part of theirs is like, do I have the womanly like ability to like get what I want without you know
being like like the feminine?
Yeah,
and,
it's like
the more like they might play like the coy thing.
Yeah, you know how many times I've been like in Japan where I'm walking by like one of those UFO catchers, you know, and the girl's like, oh, I really want it, and the guy's like, bam, and then like every time I see it, some Japanese guy puts his money in, and I'm like, what the hell? He won it, and then thing drops in, he gives it to her. She's like, oh my god, you know, and then they're playing it up. It's like the perfect like circle of like, you know,
it makes sense about your talk about like, you know, provides them like some money for the trip, right? Yeah. It's a give and take. It's like a symbiotic thing. So I can understand that.
No. So the best thing is like, if
you
want to
be able to hold the off-kai is what even allows them to do the Disneyland thing.
Right.
In my mind, I'm thinking that they plan out this trip and they already have the money to do some of these events.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking like, oh, it's more of a burden because it's like when they do these off-kais, it's like, okay, just adding more factors and not actually like it's helping them out money-wise.
Well, this is why I respect them first. You know, Sailor like landed at 8 a.m. right at the airport. They landed.
Same day, no?
Yeah, landed at 9 o'clock. Got through immigration, like, and then they were at Disneyland like 2-3 hours, 8 hour, like a 12-hour flight.
Yeah.
Like they
always feel bad.
They didn't even go to the hotel. They were just like they stopped at some place to kind of freshen up and then change. Because when they landed at the LAX, they were all in kind of like sweats and stuff.
Yeah, and like normal.
And then they changed into their like, hey, I'm dressed up cute for Disneyland date.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so and I don't know where they changed. I think they just rented a place real quick to like freshen up, and then they had to go spend the day with the fans. And like, again, it's one of those things where Americans see it as like, oh, that's not right, man. Why do you like? When else were they gonna do it? Like the first day they were here, the next day they have autographs in the morning, performance at night. Next day, autograph morning, performance at night. Third day, autographs morning, performance at night.
Yeah.
Sunday they have an off day for the off-kai. They could have gone to Disney on a Sunday, but Sunday is a weekend, you know?
Right.
And then they leave literally Monday morning at like 9 a.m. So like the best time to do it was that day. It was a random Wednesday before the holidays.
Yeah.
You want to go to Disney or not, you know?
Yeah.
But they seem like they all enjoy it.
The thing is, like, it isn't just like them as a group. It's like other groups that'll do it too, where they're just so bombarded.
Yeah.
And I wish like in my mind, I'm like, man, like they should at least have like an extra day where they just don't have to do anything. They can just rest.
But I think some of this is like it's it's like the tickets are. I mean, if you were a promoter, right? Like these groups are not like making money to the point where you're like, oh, really? Let me buy a ticket. Like you buy the ticket, but what we need you for these days. Here you go, you know, and you come for those days. Like there for specifically an Anime Expo, there's like rules like you can't, like you're here in America, you can't do other shows because they don't want they're not want you. We're bringing you here, so you know you do our thing and you leave. Like that's one of the things why the promoter, this promoter that I know he's been doing good is like he's found ways to do other events outside of like most of these anime cons bring them, they perform once and then they leave, and then like you're not making new fans with one performance.
Right.
Like the first Sailor autograph was like empty.
It was warm up.
Yeah, because like, there's no like. How? Okay, so do you want an autograph with this group that you've never met, you've never seen, you don't even know what their songs are? Like, do you want to? Nobody's gonna show up to that. But like, you look at today was way more, way more, and it sucks because they don't have one tomorrow after because they're gonna perform at the Masquerade tonight.
Yeah.
But they don't have an autograph tomorrow.
It was even evident on that first show. It's like nobody was going up to the booth for checkies.
Yeah,
but this next day it was like there a lot more because people like have an idea now, right?
Yeah, and they have, so I mean that's the thing where like. And on the Japanese side, they don't know how to set this up. They're just kind of like going along with what Anime Expo or whatever the American side hires them for. So
and then Anime Expo is like
they don't know
discombobulated.
Yeah, they don't know jack about it. They, you know, they know what they want. They want to bring a big name group here that everybody comes to see.
Right.
Show and then that's it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And at this point, Anime Expo has so many different things going on for it. It's just, it's a small cog. If the cog falls off, the anime convention is still going to go on.
Right.
Without them. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Conventions are always like, if people don't know, like at anime conventions, it's always just like hectic. It's like when it comes to scheduling, when it comes to like things being in order, it's usually always last minute or it's just like not planned well.
Yeah.
And so, that's just the nature of conventions. They're never like fully planned out. And that's part of the charm too, because if it's too planned out, which Anime Expo is a more bigger con, then you deal with the situation like, well, you have to plan everything out on your end too, because everything else is planned out like accordingly. So they have things like, you know, pretty strict timelines, like you have to go to this area for this event.
Yeah.
The other charm of it is like, you know, if there's conventions that are less like organized, you can go to like to any like event or panel, whatever, and not it being like, oh, you missed it type of thing.
Yeah,
so I can see both sides. It's like, yeah, it is what it is.
Well, that's kind of the problem with Anime Expo. Is like you just don't have time to like stumble into something now. Like now it's like you and I have our things we're going to go to, and then everything else is like
it's very much official.
Yeah, there's like literally 2 idol shows the other day that I wanted to go to, but at the exact same time, you know.
Mm-hmm. Right. So. That's just the nature of it. Well, yeah. So, yeah, Germany trip was good, man, and it was a good experience. It was cool seeing Yura in like these new environments.
So, but you called an audible from Germany to go to Japan, or you already had?
Oh, so I had okay. So I had the flight to Japan. Mm-hmm. But for how long I was staying, it was supposed to only be like 3 or 4 days. But my boss, before I had left, he was like, "Hey, like, how long will you be gone?"
Yeah.
I had already given him the schedule prior.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, shoot, I guess it'll be a week longer than I originally said. So I ended up staying in Japan for like a total like 10 days, like another week, you know.
And he was okay with that?
Oh, he didn't say nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, perfect, man. Like, yeah, that's how it worked out.
So you might as well just this be your trip instead of like trying to have to come back again.
Because originally I did want to do like that actually amount of time that I ended up doing.
Yeah.
But I started a new job, and the job had like good pay.
Ah, I see.
And so I didn't want to take all this time off, and it had to be detrimental. Like, oh, okay, like we're gonna lay you off now because, you know, you missed all these days, right? Yeah.
I gotcha.
But then I ended up getting to the point I was like, fuck it, dude. Like I work construction, work is always there. The job I was at, it's just like it's so far away where the difference of like cost of traveling and plus the pay, it was pretty much the same as any other job. So I was like, whatever, dude. Like, if I get let off this job, it's not much of a big deal. Being like in Japan, those experiences are more like valuable to me, you know. Mm-hmm. More of like instead of like working to live, you live to no, instead of live to work, you work to live type of thing. So yeah, no, that was good. And then going to Japan, saw some more live shows, met with some friends again, friends that I made from this last trip, just like really fun. Um, Sushi parties and staying at friends' houses, which is another cool experience. Like being in like Japan, like Japanese houses are just different, right? They're smaller and that's a whole nother beast. So yeah, it's another good trip for like I met good people and all that stuff. So yeah, it was good, man. It's hard to think of it, but I have it like posted online too, like how the trip went, and then I gotta catch up on my Instagram to post all the stuff too. But yeah, it's so good.
I thought you had some like Tokyo stories. You said, "Oh, it's crazy things happened to Tokyo. I gotta tell you about it." No.
Oh no, I didn't get into specifics. I'm sure I do, but you know, just like stories top of my head, I don't know, remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a bunch of crazy things. It's hard to get it all in my head at one time. Yeah, but that was pretty much that. Just like craziness of it, like you meet this idol, you know, go on these trips.
Yeah.
You know, going to Germany too, and this is another crazy thing. It's like, you know, you're doing all this for this like one idol pretty much, which it's not just for Europe. It's like Europe being there. It's like another push, right? It's like, oh, I get to go to Europe, and Europe be there, so I have stuff to do.
Yeah.
And so it's just another like gateway to like end up doing these things.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like it's the same thing with this Anime Expo trip, right? If it was just one idol, I probably wouldn't have come, you know?
Right.
Like, oh, Aonyan, I've seen Aonyan before, or Yurimaru, I'd like to go. Right. This is probably one of the reasons why I didn't go to Yurapico, right? Because I was like, I would have gone, but I was like, it's just one idol. I don't know if I'm, you know. But then you factor in other things, you know. Like if I had known you back when Yurapico came in Saboten Con, I might have been like, oh, okay, well, let me go. And like, oh, Anthony's gonna be there too. I can hang out with Anthony.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But
yeah.
So it's kind of like making your trip worth it, kind of thing. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, if you're just going for like the one thing, yeah, it's like it's not even worth it.
Yeah,
but if there's other things like, even with Anime Expo, dude, if I didn't like know anybody, it's like I wouldn't have gone, you know.
Yeah.
So no, it really is. That's why it's important. Like, it's important not only like the artist but also the community too, because the community really makes like, oh, like I'm gonna see them too.
Yeah.
We're gonna have fun. So yeah, it's both.
Yeah, no, I mean it's great. You just see all weekend, everybody's just like, hey.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. Like, yeah, wait, was it?
And the community is more tight knit, right? So you end up seeing the same people, and it ends up becoming a thing. It's like you end up knowing everyone.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and everybody. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the next thing we're going to do?
I don't know.
You're going to Yurapico's 2027 or what's the tickets she was selling though?
Oh, so Yurapico is selling these 4-year advance tickets, and so it'll be for her 50th.
Fucking so great, dude.
Yeah,
it's so stupid. I love stupid shit like this, man.
It's so.
That's the Japanese way, man. So how do you set yourself apart? Okay, let's do something crazy and you know.
So yeah, it's the 4-year advance ticket. So basically, was it 20? So wait, 25 right now.
I forget the date on it.
I think it's 2028. It'll be her 15th anniversary. So. She's selling the tickets now where you have an advanced discount.
And it's only like $8 or something.
It's like 900 yen versus like it's supposed to be like 4,500.
Yeah.
And so I mean I bought the ticket.
Yeah, me too.
So I'll be there.
I told her I was like I'll be there. She's like you'll be there. I'm like I go. So
yeah. I'll see you in the future. See how we age, huh?
That's great.
Yeah,
it'd be so funny, man.
Yeah, she's crazy like that, and you know that's so like she'll end up doing things.
Yeah,
like,
I don't even know. So. You were a fan of hers when she like split her head open?
I wasn't, but 10th anniversary show. As far as I know, she was doing like classic Euro things like crowd surfing, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess somebody had like let loose a grip and then she fell and her head busted open or whatever.
Yeah, she's got pictures of like the bloody rag from the night. So.
Yeah.
And then that's also what she said. She was like. At OC Japan Fair, I remember she was like, I'm going to wear that legendary costume from that one night. And I was like, legendary costume? What happened?
Yeah.
Like, that's how I found out about it. Like,
it
was the blue one, right?
Like, the blue one, yeah. Yeah, she cracked her head open, and then I guess one of her fans is a, what do you call it, like a nurse or whatever. And so, like, you know, they know what to do, call the ambulance or whatever. And I guess Yuri didn't want to stop. Classic Yuri, and just, like, too passionate for her own good. And yeah, she busted her head open on stage, 10th anniversary show, and I believe it was at, should be a loft. like one of like the bigger venues, and so yeah, she was quite sad about that, but yeah, no, it's just like
No,
she
but
has
that's what
great
you
stories
want,
like
right? I want idols, like, I always respect it, like, when
that. And then I believe the next day, or was it the next day? I ended up hearing something like not soon after, dude. Like she ended up doing another show,
Yeah.
and she's like, she still has like, she's still healing from it. Yeah, just going back at it.
I
Like,
mean, why? Yeah, but why wouldn't you, like, you would want somebody like that, right? You want somebody who's willing to, like, struggle and go. That's kind of, it's the mutual struggle. Like, that's something I didn't understand before.
For me, it's admirable.
Yes.
But I care that they take care of themselves.
Yeah,
first,
of course.
So.
But this is why you also, like, okay, lack of sleep, I'm gonna get up and go to this thing, because they're gonna be there.
I know
if they're gonna be there, I'll be there with them.
It's hard for me to say it because like I do the same thing too. It's like I don't get much sleep either. Like I'm doing all these crazy things.
Yeah, you're putting yourself.
It's like I'll tell Yurla like like muri shinai de like be careful, like don't push yourself too hard. But over here, I'm like, well, I'm doing the same thing. I'm not sleeping a bunch. I'm doing a bunch of crazy stuff.
No,
so.
I mean, I think that's one of the most important, like, things about this whole idol thing is just, like, giving yourself, like, motivation to go do stuff. It's hard to, like, it's hard to be like, oh, I need to eat healthy because I need to eat healthy, right? Or I need to lose weight because I need to lose weight. All of a sudden, like, I've seen so many of my friends, like, all of a sudden they start dating somebody, and they're like, oh shit, I need to lose some, or like they're interested in somebody, then they start losing weight because it's like, now you have some sort of tangible, like, goal.
You have a goal, right?
Yeah, and it's like that's the sad thing. I think a lot of people, they want something to believe in or just want something to pursue, and so they just use idols as the placeholder,
Right.
And I think it's all up to all of us to figure out, well, if it's not this, then what is it really? Like, swap it out with something that's more real, because at some point the idol thing doesn't last forever. It's just
no, it gives a goal, it gives like some aim towards things, and I think that's one of like the things about idols is that I think it kind of goes back to the crazy idol fans. We kind of talked about this. It's where like there's people that are like, let's say like they're craving like love, and when the idols like them being nice, they get a taste of it, and then you kind of there's like a birth to like these crazy fans because like, oh, they love me, but in all reality, it's like, you're kind of just like deprived of said thing, and now that you got a taste for it, someone that'll give it to you because they're idols, they're trying to act like their image. Right. And that's kind of like how like these crazy idol fans become because they don't have fulfilling relationships outside of the idol scene, right?
Right.
They don't have like parents or if it's religion or whatnot. It's like you need to fulfill with that first. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll find yourself in a rabbit hole where you end up being a crazy fan, overstepping boundaries,
Yeah.
And that's why I think most of the chill idol fans understand that, where like they're already fulfilled in some area, and so they're not desperate. They're not trying to like do all these crazy things.
No, that's it's definitely the desperation is definitely
right.
Because when they're desperate, then they start doing things. They're like, whoa. Everybody else is like, whoa. That's way out of line. But they just don't see it.
Yeah.
Like
before I went to Japan and before I like really started following you, like I made sure I had my morals and values straight, because I knew that like if I didn't, I could easily fall down the hole. And Japan's like such like, it's so easy to fall down that because you see all these cute girls and like they're very like all these like nice styles that they have, and they're very feminine and they're very modest. It's like you could easily fall for that, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't have your morals and values straight, it could be an easy spiral. If you're in Shinjuku like 2:00 in the morning and there's some girl like saying, "Oh, masaji,"
yeah.
If you don't have your moral values straight, you could easily fall for that. Get extorted for a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Project Casa STD. So it's like stuff like that, man. You gotta have things aligned in your life straight before you can even like try to chase these things down. So yeah, my advice for those idol fans is that just morals and values straight. So for sure.
Yeah, and not change them when it's convenient.
What was that?
And then not change them when they're convenient. Some people are like, "Oh, I'm a moral person," and then like all of a sudden, they need it to fit some other.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Don't try to fulfill a role that you aren't consistent with. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got off kai tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Off kai tomorrow, Santa Monica Pier. Back to back, Yurimaru and Aonyan. Yep, Yurimaru and Aonyan, and then right after Selah. So that'll be a good day. We're just hanging out with idols and stuff. off guys are always fun because it's more like you get to talk with them.
Yeah.
Though my Japanese isn't great.
No, it's just the interaction.
Yeah, just have fun with it.
Like going back to it, man. Like when you said off guys were like, I remember there was this one girl from Osaka, and she was doing like an off guy in Osaka, and then she's like, I'm also doing one in Japan, and then like in Tokyo, and she had like it listed, right? It's like starting at like 9 o'clock, hour block, all the way to like 8 p.m., dude. And I was like, damn, that sucks. I was like, that sucks. She's just gonna meet up with fans, like individual, like you sign up for your time slot.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, she's just gonna meet up with people all day. I was like, that sucks, man. And her like 9, the first slot was still open because like who the hell is gonna go there on like a Thursday morning at 9?
Right, but you're out there.
But I'm on vacation, so I'm like, shit, it's still open. Okay, so I sign up, pay the $80 or whatever to hang out.
Yeah.
And then like she's like, oh, so okay, I'll tell you the story about this. I don't think I've said this on record. So like I show up, it's in Shibuya. It's like right in front of 109 is the meeting spot.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I walk up and I see this girl over there. I'm like, is that her? I don't know. And like, here's the thing. I've had some great interactions with her on the idol side. But again, like there's always this like self-doubt that when you're walking up there, you're like, she's like, oh God, this guy, I don't want to hang out with this guy for an hour. Right? That thought creeps into your mind, right? And then
the doubt, the true intentions.
Yeah, I mean, it's just human, even no matter how confident you are. But it's just, the good ones find a way to like push through it, So I walk up and she's standing there, and oh no, the girl I thought it wasn't her. It was just some other girl. And so I'm like, oh, okay, so she's not here. So I just like, okay, here's the little time machine or time slip, or it's some monument there.
Oh, okay.
So I just stand in front of the monument, and then this older lady comes over, and she's like, oh, David-san, Janai or whatever, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm David-san. Oh, okay, yeah. You're here for the 9 o'clock. Okay, cool. Oh, 1,000, 150, 15,000 yen, please. She's like in the middle of the fucking street, like, money, please.
Oh, wow.
And like I have no problem, but I should have had it like packed away already in an envelope and just like, like secretly hand the envelope over, but I'm like counting the money out, giving it to her, and then I see the idol standing behind her, and I'm like, oh, there she is. I see her out of the corner of my eye.
I see.
And I pay her, and it's just like, what is she, like a pimp? It's like your pimp, like, you want to spend time with her? Money, pay up. Yeah, and it's so awkward. Yeah. Okay, so now I've paid, and she's like, okay, I'm about to, like, wait, it's not the designated, probably like 5 minutes before the designated time.
Right.
So I'm like, okay. And so I'm just standing there, and I'm like, oh, dude, this was a mistake, man. I really shouldn't have come.
Right.
Because, like, she's, like, completely not into it. She's just, like, on her phone,
right. Yeah, all that self-doubt, right? And it's like you're in a situation where you're paying for this, like, idless time. You're
like, so what am I doing
paying for this? What am I doing?
Yes! And I'm just like, what the fuck? And then, sure enough, bam, it hits, like, the time, and she just comes, like, sprinting over and, like, yeah! Like, how's it going on? And, like, totally, like, okay, so like, because like that's the whole point, right? It's like you're on the clock, you're off the clock, like.
Yeah, and I give like understanding to that is like, within like Japan, like fans will get jealous if like, oh, like they had more minutes like with the idol or whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's why they kind of do that thing. It's
it's just
there's more timing, and it's like, okay, now you have your time slot, and it's like they don't want to like be unfair to others.
No, I remember people being weirded out when I told them there's like a timer for like, oh, okay, you have minute 30, go, and then like that's weird. Why is there a timer? It's like, well, how else are you gonna tell when it's been a minute 30?
Right.
So we ended up walking. We start walking. The manager's like with us, and like for me, I'm not trying to like date the idol. Like it's not about like, oh, me and the idol. I mean,
Yeah, that's just
so like I involved the manager, so we're talking, and we're just like all joking. I want to find out more about the business, about the idol, about how things work.
Like general conversation.
Yeah. So I'm just like talking. What do you want to do? I was like, have you had breakfast yet? She's like, no, I haven't breakfast. I'm like, oh, let's go. This cafe's right. Because like for me, also I know like I only have like an hour. It's not like we're going to like Disneyland. You know what I mean? Like. What else can you really do in Shibuya? Go rent go-karts and drive around? No, right?
Yeah, no,
There's only a certain amount of time, so I'm like, all right, let's just go to this cafe. My whole point is just, I don't want to waste time like walking around. Like, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do?
Right.
Should we go here? No, let's go. So we sit down. We just start. They order their food, toast, whatever. Like I'm like, you don't want to order something, manager? And she's like, oh, can I? I was like, yeah, just order us,
Yeah,
that's part of being a guy, part of being a provider, And then they're eating their food, and I eat my food, and we're talking, and just hilarious conversations, like like she's like, oh, you don't want to take a picture? And I'm like, okay, sure, I'll take a picture of you. She like got breadcrumbs all over her mouth from the sandwich. It was great. It was super fun. And then like, okay, it's almost we ate up to like the very. We probably even went over. I felt bad because I was like, don't you have another person coming up next? But they leave a little buffer time,
Right.
So then so I pay and we go outside and we're like, all right, see you later. And they're gonna head back towards the meeting spot, and I'm like, I don't want to be walking with them back to the meeting spot.
Divert.
So I'll fuck off and go the other way, So I go off the other way, I wait some time, and then like I need to go back to the station. So I like later on, like I walk back and I catch a glimpse of her and the next person, and I can just see them talking. It's like, what do you want to do? Oh, you want to go shopping? Okay, cool, let's go. And then she's like, yeah, and then just they go off to shopping, and I'm like, for me. The thing I realized is like, dude, got paid to hang out, got all her food paid for, right? Then go meets the next guy. Probably went like shopping, like he probably bought like, oh, you like this hat? Okay, I'll buy this hat, this jacket, whatever, And then the next guy go to the arcades. So it's like I thought it was like work all day, but it's literally like boyfriends all day is just buying you shit. Like it's like a girl's dream, right? It's like, I'm just going to be flirting with guys and having them buy me shit all day. Like, what girl isn't going to like that,
Yeah, no, I could definitely see, like, the fun in that.
I mean, it's definitely a slippery slope for them, too, Like, I get it, man. For the fans, it's a slippery slope for them. But, I mean, there's a fine line, right? Like, you drink, right?
No, I don't
You don't drink at all. So, like,
In fact, there's a funny story is, like, you'd be like, so at the bar, she had like these there was like beer cans and they had like her sticker on it. And it was beer pretty much. It's like, do you want some pico beer? I'm like, no me not. I gotta come to And and she tried to push me like, no, I'll drink it. I was like, nah, fucking Abanaona. Like dangerous girl over here trying to get me to drink. Yeah, so I don't drink, I don't smoke or nothing.
Yeah,
so.
I didn't for most of my life. I started drinking a little bit but only like when I go to Japan. Like when I meet friends, I'll have a beer with them because they get like, oh, David, here's a beer. I bought you a beer.
Very much like the culture of like.
Yeah, it's like okay. So, but when I was growing up, I was always worried about drinking. So I was like, I'm not gonna drink. Like I don't want it to be because everything I saw growing up, there's nothing good that came out of drinking. It was always like I was drinking a little bit and I kind of made a mistake, and I'm like, what the fucking why are you drinking, dumbass?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so for most of my life I didn't drink. I'll drink like when I go to Japan to meet with friends, but
in Japan it's definitely easier. It's like because you have public transport, you don't have to like drive or nothing, right?
Yeah, but
it's like and usually like, I mean it's common over there. You see like drunk guys on the floor at the train or whatever it is. So.
Yeah, but I never even get. Yeah, I just drink a little bit. Like you feel it, and then I'm like, all right, I'm good.
All right.
So I'm glad because I was always worried that I was going to be one of those that couldn't control it, And then like, luckily. Because, I used to have friends who would be like, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, what was the point of that?
I think we were talking about, like off-client events and how, like, at least from my perception, like, I feel bad for them.
Yeah.
And I think you were talking about that before we even started. It was like, I mean, I had this one event with this one idol. And, like, their kind of perspective, right? And it makes sense because, like, they get to have fun. Often the guys will buy stuff for them.
Yeah.
And, they pay for that time slot anyway, so it's like money, fun, maybe gifts, and it's like, it kind of works out for them. And then also maybe every now and then you have like a weird fan, but,
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they have weird fans, but, I mean, within the structure of the system, like, like, what are you really you can't, I've always said, like, anybody who's in the community, like everybody who's coming out to the show, like these last few days, they might be weird, but they're generally safe, right? Like if we were there, if we were at a show and somebody started acting crazy, like let's say somebody like we're still really starting to act crazy, start grabbing people, like you and I would just step in almost immediately.
Yeah.
We'd be like,
take
them
you get cut out, get out of here. Yeah.
Get out of here. You get, excommunicated from the group, and
most of the weirdness that comes from these events is just like nervous or shy, like nerds, pretty much.
Yeah, and they, tripping over their words, and they have. One thing that like I've talked to a friend about is like if you're not good with women, right? You're really bad. You don't know how to talk to women. like, how are you supposed to get better? Like, there's no way to get better. If everyone's expecting you to have all your shit together, that's impossible.
Right.
You know, like, I had my awkward, like, teenage, early 20 years where I was, like, doing weird stuff. You know, like, I remember there's one very, very time I feel so bad about it. Like, I saw this girl, she was, like, me and my family stopped at a Denny's to eat. We ate. I was like, man, that girl waitress is really cute. You see the movies, you're like, oh, man. Like, the serendipity, I just met this one girl that I'm in love with. All right, I asked her out, and we go, you say yes, and live happy. You know, so, like, as a weird kid, like, I'm with my parents, we drive to our hotel, and I'm like, well, I can't walk back to the Denny's, like, 10 miles away to go ask her out, you know? So I, like, call on the phone, and I'm like, hey, can I speak to this? You know, can I ask her? You know? And it's just, for me, I'm just like, it's an innocent, like, I just want to ask her out. And it never dawned on me, on her side, it's just some fucking random dude just picked up, called on the phone and asked her out.
Yeah.
You know, excuse me, can I speak to, you know, like.
I'm sure the heights have hit different on that one, man.
No, exactly. And looking back, I'm like, oh man, that's pretty bad, dude.
What was I doing?
What was I doing? You know, but.
Yeah.
But like, people have to be given a certain amount of leeway to be like, you know, fuck up and not like, okay, you're a creep. Now you're gone for good. You can never ask a girl out. You know, like how do you get better? And like Idols kind of provides a little bit of.
Yeah.
A leeway to like, okay, well, let me talk to this idol girl. She's not gonna say no, right? Because you pay money and you walk up and you go. So you have this conversation. And even for me on my own, like I've met so many cute idols at this point. Like, if there's a cute girl here to talk to, I wouldn't be like, oh God, how do I talk to her? I'm just like, okay, just treat it like another idol conversation, you know? At some point, it's just.
Yeah, I think. So I grew up with sisters.
Yeah.
And so when it comes like. Talking to girls or like girls like when it comes to either attitude or like personality types, I'm pretty like perceptive on that. So I think for me that helps. But even then when I was growing up, it's not like I had like amazing talking skills, and even now I think it's like it's whatever. How people get better? I think the internet helps a lot.
Really?
I think yeah, because like for me I used to play games, and dude,
oh yeah, that's true.
I grew up on like Call of Duty's day where like
you
like you shoot the shit, and part of like your social ranking somewhere was like how funny could you be, right?
Yeah.
And so it was just me like saying the worst things and just like trashing on people, right? So I think that helped with my conversation skills because you build up that confidence, like, oh, I'm funny, or like whatever it is. And I think internet helps a lot. And it's like same could be applied to like real life where like you're never gonna meet someone again, but it's just so much easier online, right? It's literally simple, like you block whatever. So I think having those conversations online help you with, you know, navigating with the flow of conversation. Girls too, yeah. That's another barrier too.
So if I don't know how much longer you want to go for, but like I have a couple friends. They're like 30-something years old.
Yeah.
They are self-admitted like virgins. Like they've put it out there, right? And I'm like, I feel for them because it's like they're kind of screwed because I don't like in this day and age.
I think another thing that applies to it though is also like social. What do you call it? Like what we value on a social level.
No, sure.
So like, let's
Absolutely.
say if you tie in like whether or not you're a virgin with like conversation skills or like whether or not you can do something, then it's like, well, you're kind of already failing because like. If your conversations are based on whether you're a virgin, it's probably gonna be trying to like pick up a girl then, right?
No, 100% I agree with you. But okay, so like for example, for me in college, right? I didn't have sex till I was like 27. So like I remember in college, I would have conversations with people, and girls would just immediately be like, "You're a virgin, aren't you?" And I'm like, "What the hell? Like what? What the hell? How did you? You know?
Yeah.
Like how could you tell?" But it's like the comfort level, right? Like if you're not used to someone like a woman touching you, and you all of a sudden get uncomfortable because, you know, then they can tell because that kind of stuff, you know. But the reason
that even goes like for the value of like the woman, right? Because then it's like
no, sure.
Or like
100%.
oh, you're a virgin, like you can't be innocent.
Yes.
But also like you can't be what do you call it? Like innocent but not be a virgin. You know what I mean? Like there has to be some. That's like okay, whatever. Like I can't be like just pure or normal, but I have to be like some player too. You know, like yeah.
No, I understand. Like I had originally grown up like thinking I was going to wait till marriage. That was my original goal too. You know, but for various reasons, and I don't have to go. But like going back to my like what I was saying with my friend is like you know, they're like 30 years old. It's like, well, if you want to learn, like, I think nowadays most women want somebody who's experienced, who knows what they're doing, you know?
Mm,
And it's like, oh, well, I don't want to like handhold this guy. Like they want the guy to take charge and, you know,
yeah.
do this and do that. And, you know, what 30-year-old, if you don't know how to do that, how are you supposed to like
Mm.
work your way up to that, you know?
I think it goes back to values. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Because like that's the thing. It's 30 years old. You're not learning that stuff. Like you go, okay, so go, you know, find somebody who's just as inexperienced as you. That's
Yeah.
great. But I don't think any like
So I
a,
think like, let's say like on my side, if I meet a girl, like it's not like I want them to be like idol like, you
mm-hmm.
know what I mean? I don't want them to be experienced in that way. It's like I just want them to be genuine, right?
Yeah.
To their personality. And
Yes.
I think the same way, like it just depends on what you value. If they value like this experienced guy that's
Yeah. Sure.
gonna do well, I think there's certain things too. Like of course having some because that comfortability that a man might have is also tied to like maybe they can be supported by them, right?
Right.
So yeah, there's certain like not facades, but certain like characteristics that come along with that. But you don't want to be that and not have certain like certain aspects of that type of a character that you don't have. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So yeah, I don't know. It's tough. You gotta kind of like really have some discernment in that. Mm,
Yeah. I mean, especially with the way everybody is now, there's definitely a certain
right.
there's a certain expectation that I don't think it's. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying, but that's what society is like where we're at, especially in
Mm,
America.
right.
You know, at least in Japan, they can kind of hide it a little bit. But in America, it's like they're like way 100% the other way. Like no shame. Don't you know? Again, going back to this whole anime. I see people walking around anime. I'm like, come on, man. Like you don't need to. There's no need to like dress this way. You know? Like
Right.
why? You can want to dress up, cosplay, fine. You know, they like a character, cool. You know, but like some of the stuff is just for the sake of what? Like
Tension.
yeah.
Yeah.
So again, and like you said, it's like if you're missing, if you don't have that in your home life or your regular life, then you can become desperate and you start doing it in other areas.
Right.
And
Yeah. Yeah. It goes back to those morals and values, man. And yeah, people gotta search for that. They gotta find out what it is. You can't force on someone else, right? They have to come to on their own. So it's like,
that's true. It is.
yeah. But you can definitely help too by being an example. I think the best way to provide that is being an example, right?
Yep.
And it definitely helps a lot when it comes to family because, like, let's say you have like an aunt or an uncle or like a brother or sister that really like does well in life and they have a good path,
Yep.
and you see that, it's like, okay, like what's going on here?
No, no,
They
no.
might ask questions.
No, I think that's definitely. I mean, like that's the thing. You can't force people, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
like again, same going back to the idols thing. It's the same thing. Like when we go to idol shows, we try to be a good example, do the right things, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and like the best
Yeah.
way is like to be successful in that way, so
Yeah.
that because people will try to like. That's one of the problems, right? It's like sometimes people do bad behavior and others will see the benefits that they get from the bad behavior and they'll incorrectly learn that, oh well, that's the way, you know, like you
Right.
said, attention, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I act out and then I get all this attention, wait a minute, I want that attention too, so that must mean I need to act out also,
Right.
you know, and that's
Yeah.
the incorrect lesson to learn,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah, a lot of it was funny like you mentioned that because even like 'cause it isn't just Yurapico, like at least like for this event I'm seeing these other idols and I'm taking checky with them.
Yeah.
I was in Barry's line and the guy behind me was like, man, you're just like talking to her casually. It's like, dude, you don't have to do all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
You can play into like the idol thing. Oh, like you're so cute. But for me, it's more just about that fulfilling conversation. Like, oh, they're just people. And so
Yeah,
it's like,
and
oh,
trying to understand.
have you been like, has things been going well?
Yeah.
Oh, your new outfit's cute.
Yeah.
Your new song's cool and stuff. Yeah, just like general catch up.
Yeah.
And then other things too, like good, decent, like we call it, like good practice. Like you don't overstay your welcome.
Yes.
Um, Stuff like that. Yeah, just being a good representation, so
Yeah.
that when it comes to our community, it becomes better. You don't have to worry about other stuff, and it comes like this like herd. It's hard to be the nail sticking out if everybody's complying also,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's easy to be the nail sticking out if everybody's like sticking out too. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
No, and it's a combination, man. It's a combination of like Japan and America, like in the middle somewhere is like
Yeah.
the perfect
And
situation.
then, like I was saying earlier, like I can get it too because like they're coming over. It's like a rare moment, right? Like these idols are coming over. You don't get to see them often, And so unlike Japan where they might see him like every like week or every day or whatever, it's yeah. Yeah, it's just different here in the idol scene in America. Yeah. That's why we go to Japan, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know when you go next, dude.
Oh, well, it's Juni got to December.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I plan.
Cool.
We'll see how.
Maybe I'll be there. There's already like, Toan's like, oh, you're coming to my birthday, right? In November, right? I'm like, I don't think so, man.
Man,
not after all these trips.
Those shameless idols, man. Just like, come. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, like, it's been funny, man.
I mean, that's how they got me. So, yeah, it's like come to Japan for my live show. It's like, okay, whatever. I'm here now. No, it's been a good journey though. You know, just through meeting an idol and a fan.
Yeah.
You know, went to Japan, and then made more friends over there now.
Yeah.
And then the thing I look forward to most is like I've already done all the tourist stuff in Japan, and there's more tourist stuff I guess, but I'm kind of over it. The thing I like most, and this is more applied to general life too, is just people, right? I like seeing people, meeting them, and that's what's more fulfilling to me. So it's just I'm glad that this is the situation I'm in now. So it's been good, man.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Should we do some sort of introduction or something? Close this out. You want to talk about Hi, I'm Anthony, or?
Oh, yeah. I guess I didn't get a proper like.
I always wait till the end.
My name is Anthony. I'm 21 years old.
You're really 21?
Yeah, 21.
Jeez, really?
Yeah.
And you've been to like Tokyo and jeez, man.
Yeah, I know, crazy thing.
I was near 30 when I started doing this stuff.
There's a lot of things that led up to this, so I'm definitely grateful. I'm a fan of Yurapico, so people often call me Anthony Pico. And yeah, I'm here, man. If you ever see me, don't hesitate to say anything. I don't mind. I'm not famous or nothing. I'm just another guy, so if you ever come to Yurapico show, I'll definitely be there and have some fun with me. It'd be a good time.
And you're like what brand of shirt or clothing line you have?
Oh yeah, this is another thing. There's a brand called Apari. I wonder if it's on here. It's on here somewhere. Yeah, I like their clothes. And in fact, like last year when I went to Anime Expo, it was kind of the push. Like same thing. Like this is the community. I want to go see them. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I definitely recommend good quality clothes. Higher price point, but when it comes to quality, you're always paying for that anyways. I definitely recommend go check them out. I'm wearing their Miku stuff, so Miku varsity jacket, which is very nice. Miku bun up, and then their Miku pants. So, Anime Expo style, wear all the Miku stuff. It's good stuff, man.
Good. Cool. We're good, right?
Cool.
We're good.
Awesome. Cool.
What are you gonna do now?
Oh, you got it.
Still going, right? This one cut off.
Oh, did it?
It cut off like real. Did you see me like? For some reason, it cut off, and then I had to go back in and restart. It missed like 30. That's why I got up the first time to check. Because for some reason, I don't know why, it just like, it cut off and did some sort of update or something.
Did you lose a lot of footage or no?
No. It was like maybe like 30 seconds at most.
Oh, I see.
So I just really, it's just gonna be in a couple parts.
That was fun. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, did I turn this off or no?
Oh yeah, just click the thing again.